Welcome to your weekend focus for December the 15th and 16th, 2018. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get off into the reading, thank you. Thank you, truly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I appreciate you on my path. Thank you for being a part of it. I didn't even get the cards started to get shuffled, and the Three of Pentacles came popping out. So the Three of Pentacles has been popular lately, of late. Three of Pentacles is all about having to do the work and taking it one step at a time and creating the masterpiece of your tomorrow, to bring in the abundance, to bring in the happiness, to bring in the joy, to know that it's not going to happen overnight, but it's happening. And it's a three. So if you do the energy for Sunday, it's a three energy. It's the Empress energy. December, all of December, right? 1 + 2, the 12th month is a three energy, the Empress. So fertility, growth, new beginnings. Fertility, purpose, mother, earth, nature. And the Empress is one of the highest intuitives in the deck. She's also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. She dreams in the possibilities. We become the mother of our dreams. We grow it to maturity, one step at a time. So we'll put that in. We'll start shuffling the cards, but it's talking about a patience here with this energy. Absolutely. Where don't you, 1 + 5. So you look at the 1 and you look at the 5, and it comes to a 6 for December the 15th. So when you look at that energy alone, it's asking you, where do you stand in your independence and who you are, in pulling back on the adventure, the excitement, the opportunity, the exploration, in order to really step into love, your passions, a deepening of a love. Where do you actually rob yourself of those experiences? And then we go to the 16, 1 + 6 is 1, and then the 6 going into a 7 energy. Where do we at in our independence once again? Pull back because of love, because of our passions, in order to stay hidden from the truth. Where do we pull back and not allow ourselves to be truthful with ourselves about what would truly bring happiness and joy into our life? So when you look at the 15 or the 16 energy, but if you add the whole date together, you're ending up with a 20 or a 30, or if we boil that down, a 2 and a 3, but with a godlike energy on both days. We have the 5 of Swords. We could be a little standoffish. Um, I almost get it as a sense of security, like we know where we stand in our partnerships and our relationships, and we're walking forward with the right ones. We're weighing out those relationships, or we're understanding where we feel strong and secure in relationships and where we have to let relationships go, or where we need to create new relationships perhaps. So it could be a lot with us looking around, where we have more of a need for companionship or partners, but the right people in our lives, almost like, I hate to mix love and business, but it's almost like a business partnership in the relationship, that you've got each other's backs and you can trust each other, and there's not a lot that is being said unless it's a formal thank you or a formal I love you. So, and it could be any kind of relationship, right? It could be a business relationship. It could be within the work atmosphere or the community atmosphere. It could be a love partner, absolutely. And it's kind of like knowing where you stand within the relationship there, and I think it's a strength. I get that as a very strong footing with that card. But in saying that, you might have to come to, where you feel within the relationship that you're unwanted or not needed, or where you feel that in your life. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is back again. My goodness. So where we don't think there's going to be balance, there will be balance. That aha moment, that epiphany will seemingly come out of nowhere. The path will open up to you. I think you have to stand in your truth on this one. You have to be honest with yourself. So it may be something negative you're looking at where you've been sugarcoating it or moving it to the back burner, ignoring it in some way. That's kind of keeping you at an imbalance. Because when we understand where the balance isn't in a relationship, that's when we can actually take steps towards bringing in the balance, or knowing that it's a toxic relationship or a negative relationship for us. Relationships, partnerships, friendships. We have the Emperor again. My goodness, I know what I do to my deck before I even turn it on. So for the Ace of Wands and the Emperor to appear again like this, in detriment again. So be careful of your actions. Be careful of that new adventure, that new opportunity, that new relationship, that you just don't dive into it because we're not thinking things through like we should. So maybe we're restless and we're bored with our dream, or it's not happening, so we're kind of giving up on it, or we're giving up on ourselves, or, you know, trust me when I say that all the energy is finally shifting, but 2018 has been crazy year for making us look at every aspect of our life. And so most people I find are just like, I'd like to believe the energy is great, getting better, but I'm not seeing it yet. And so when we see something, we may just run to it because it looks like the escape route. And if it's not planned, if it's not a calculated risk, you know, ask yourself some questions before you say yes to the obligation or the new responsibility you're bringing into your life, where you are being accepting when you know you shouldn't, or where you need to be accepting where you know you should. But we have the Fool here. I'm telling you, the energy is getting exciting for us soon. Hold on to your seats. And we've had a long year of processing a lot of information about ourselves, getting to know ourselves better in new ways, bringing new relationships in, forming new friendships, new experiences. We allowed different opportunities to come into our life this year, to learn, to grow, to understand ourselves better, our world around us a little bit better. And here we are at the Fool, the new beginning, the new start, the new adventure, the new opportunity, the new relationship. And brand new, something like you've never seen before, possibly. Know that when we start out on this path, we only need to take what we really truly need to take on our path. And the Four of Wands. So if you do the numerology for 30, the 30th card is the Three of Wands. And there is a chart out there somewhere that does allow that information, how it lines up with the astrology and with the tarot cards. So Four of Wands. So just do some research, you'll find the same thing. Four of Wands, it's about new partnerships, new relationships, or maybe we've just entered those new partnerships and relationships, and this is where we're feeling that strength. So I do believe there is a lot about relationships and where we feel that strength, where we feel that support, where we feel that love, where we feel that respect, where we feel that integrity. And as we go forward, I think we're feeling even more connected by this, or by the end of the weekend, we're feeling a strength of where we feel those things, where we feel wanted, where we feel needed, where we feel loved, where we are going to put our energy in relationships, in events in our life, in opportunities in our life. This is all about partnership. This is the marriage card. This is, you know what, maybe you've only got 4 lousy wands in the ground so far, and so you took a little bit of garland and you threw it up there, and it's like, but it's something, and I'm getting there, and it's one step at a time. Remember the 3 of Pentacles that came flying out at the beginning. It's going to take time. It will be a process. I'm willing to do the hard work. I believe in myself. I think these are some of the things that are going to be a little hard for us with the Emperor down there in detriment, not liking where he's sitting, not wanting to think, not wanting to plan, just wanting to do, just wanting to go forward. Enough of these stalls, enough of these thinking things through. I think I spent a whole year pretty well saying, oh, it's not time to move yet. We had very few times where we could really take a step forward, and a little bit of energy would take us a long ways. There's a lot of energy took us a little ways. An affirmation card. The star card. 17. So I talked about the 15 energy, I talked about the 16 energy, and here the 17 comes up, asking us, where do we not stand in our truth in order to be courageous enough to go forward, to believe in ourselves enough to willing to fight for ourselves. This is where we take the impossible and make it possible. This is where we tap into our intuition and our wisdom, and we combine it and see how we can go forward and allow that star to lead us. Let's see what the book says about star. Inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that happens, everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. After all that I have experienced, I am starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. So have a faith, have a belief in that new beginning. Think about your steps. You know, with the Emperor there in detriment again for us, I truly believe that we can see something open to us, and we just jump on board because we're getting restless, or we don't think our dreams that we have been dreaming, our goals that we have been setting, are ever going to manifest, or manifest in our lifetime maybe. So make sure it's part of the plan. Calculated risk. Our animal is practice patience. It's all about one step at a time. of having a faith, having a belief, doing the work, even though there is no sign that anything is manifesting. Where are you, Raven? There you are. Truthfulness, patience, and believe. Patience is waiting, not passively waiting. That's laziness. But to keep going when the going is hard and slow. To keep going when the going is hard and slow. That is patience. Raven reminds you that this situation involves a whole lot of patience. A matter that has recently arisen is affecting your ability to be truthful with yourself along with others. Raven speaks the truth with love and patience. Don't mind the time or fear running out of time. Instead, believe that what you want to have happen will happen, and it will take time. No matter what category of life you require patience in, love, finances, career, health, it would benefit you not to focus on the clock, but instead to work at building a strong foundation around you. It is the right time, and you know that, and you will know that when the time happens. You will know when it's time to fly again. You may not know all the factors yet that are preventing your wishes from coming true, and you don't need to. You only need to believe that the moon will light the way and help guide Raven to the right place at the right time. And we are moving towards a full moon. So the moon's getting bigger every night, guiding us to our place. Isn't that poetic? Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. It is a time for risk, but it's got to be a calculated risk. We could be looking at our relationships, our environment that surrounds us, and where we are getting the love, the companionship, the respect, the support that we feel we need right now in order to move forward and gravitate towards those people, like-minded people. And yes, we have the Fool card here telling us brand new beginning. We don't have much in this picture either, do we? So it's about simplicity. It's about focusing on what's truly important right now and putting your energy there. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.